Hey, this is Susie. So I want to talk to you guys today about musical theater. Now, as a musical theater nerd myself, I love it. I love a whole bunch of aspects about it. I love acting in it. I love watching shows, and I love just even being backstage during it. It's fantastic. I know I'm not the only person who feels this way, however, and it's like, truth be told, it's been something that has grown increasingly popular in recent years, partially due to like the shows themselves have gone more contemporary and actually have started like adjusting to culture. Maybe the earlier ones fit, like the golden age ones, like South Pacific or Annie, those sorts of things have fit the time period of their particular culture at that time. But like, it's time now that we have new sorts of musicals, and the fantastic thing is that we have more rock pop types of based things that really appeal to modern audiences. Enough history. But another thing is like shows like Glee or Smash, where they really feature musical theater as a positive thing, is awesome. And so more and more people are getting to musical theater. However, the popularity of it, the increasing popularity, has caused a huge increase of the number of people who want to be in it, who want to be actors. So it has kind of recreated the musical theater world as we know it. At this point in the US, there are several, I couldn't say exactly, but probably over 50 musical theater schools in the US. And I have to say, they're pretty cutthroat. That might sound a little extreme, but if you see what these schools are about, or like have met someone who's auditioned for one, you'll know what I mean. It's mostly girls, and so there are very few parts, like, for the number of people who are auditioning, and so in order to get that part, you pretty much have to trample anybody else, either literally or most of the time with your talent. So you have to be what's called a triple threat, which a lot of people know what it is, but it's the fact that you need to dance, like to be a great dancer, to be a great actor, and to sing. And most people who do this, who are really into musical theater, do whatever they can to be the best in that. It's a competition. So you take choir, you take voice lessons to sing, and be in advanced acting classes, maybe take some camps, or like have workshops that you go to, have audition techniques that you learn. Dancing, of course, you can take dance classes from knee-high to a grasshopper, and then throughout your whole life. You can take tap, ballet, whatever. You have to take as many types of dance if you really, really want to be in it, but I've noticed a lot of musical theater is focusing more on tap and jazz sort of dancing. Anyway, so you basically have to be perfect. It's kind of intense. Like, you have to be able to know what your skills are and feature those and show them off to judge in a number of 5 minutes, if even that. And to even audition for those, you have to send in letters of recommendation, like, you have to take tests, like musical theory tests, and prepare a song, usually like videotaping yourself and sending it to them, and even then they might not accept you. It's a huge process, but still, thousands of people are auditioning for these things. So what's the appeal? You get to be on stage, and you like have this wonderful moment where you get lost in whatever you're doing. It's magical. I know that's really cheesy, but that's really what happens. You just have this great moment, and you're in the spotlight, and like, nobody cares what like who you are outside that. You are the character, and if you do really well, then people will love you, and afterwards they'll treat you like you're the coolest person ever, and you'll be swamped and have all these people asking asking for autographs, sorry, and asking for autographs. Man, that's a hard word. And it's fantastic. It's really cool. But very few make it to that position where they can really be famous, like they want themselves to be. Personally, I wouldn't want that life for myself, but that's just me. But basically, in order to get to that place, it is extremely hard, and it's sometimes really tedious, especially auditions themselves. So basically, let me give you a little picture of an audition. So I auditioned for a program at Pepperdine University, private school in California, so in case you didn't know what that was. And I auditioned for a program that is a double major, basically, of music and theater. Not musical theater, but music and theater, so you can pursue that if you want. So I come in, and it takes me a while to find this place. I've driven all the way up from the Bay Area to Pepperdine, and I come in and finally find the building, get up there, and a whole bunch of people are in there, pretty much all girls, and all the seats are filled, and it's a relatively small area. It's like a hallway, and there's one room with a closed door where the judges are sitting. There's 2 or 3 of them. They're listening to you sing and do a dance number. Actually, I don't think I actually did a dance number. But you can sing, and you have to do 2 monologues. So basically, you're sitting there, and you're really nervous, of course. And you're just sweating buckets. You're trying to keep yourself under control. You're just like, okay, I can do this. I know my song. Let me just rehearse the lyrics in my head. Oh my gosh, okay, I don't forget the lyrics. Okay, monologue. Okay, I got this. I hope so. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking. Oh my gosh. So you just start analyzing yourself, and you're so focused on what you're gonna do. But then once you kind of get used to where you are and you kind of accept your nervousness, you look around and everybody else is nervous, which is kind of comforting in some ways, but at the same time, it adds to your nervous energy. And so you see girls pacing and just people being really stressed, and so it kind of adds to your stress. And then you see the stage moms. Now, excuse me for being a little bit too blunt, but they make things 1,000 times worse. Because they are even more high-strung than everybody else in the room who was auditioning. I'm not kidding. The stage moms are nervous because they want their child, normally the daughters because they're the majority, but they want their child to do really well, and they have invested money, resources and effort and lots of love into their child so that they can be very successful in what they want to do. And they have a lot of expectations for their child, which is okay. But they really want their child to succeed, and they don't necessarily want you to succeed, because usually we want the exact same thing, and only one person can get that, which is getting a part. Now there's double casting, and there's also getting a understudy part, but stage moms don't see that. They want their little baby to be the center of attention, and nobody else matters. So they're sitting there, and there might be multiple ones in the room, and so I noticed 2 stage moms kind of chatting with each other, and kind of went like this. It's like, oh, hi, where are you guys from? Oh, well, we're from Southern California. Oh, cool. We're from Kentucky. We came all the way from there to audition here. Oh, very cool. Wow. Where did your daughter go to school? Oh, she went to this private conservatory. I don't know if you heard of it, but it's this private music conservatory where they spend all day doing music and learning theory during the day and having 8 hours of classes, and then they're totally just practicing their music. Oh, sounds very interesting. Well, my daughter was elected for this award and for excellent singing. So it goes on, and you notice that these women are trying to prove something about their kids.